Okay, so before I get started, this is my brand new jersey that I just received. Well, it's probably in the mail for a while. I got this from Ice Jerseys for 15% off, and then they had a sale right after. All retro jerseys 50% off, but I still think I got a good deal. And it's a matter of this was the one defunct team that I knew there were licensed jerseys for. Notice I said licensed jerseys for that I didn't have. I know there were Montreal Maroons sweaters, but I'm not a big sweater guy. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I don't think I've done one video where I wore my Boston Bruins sweater. So I'm not big on the whole sweaters thing. I'm more about the jerseys. There's a difference. I understand though that for some of the fan base they still call them all sweaters. I call them jerseys because that's what everybody else calls them officially. All right, let's get to the countdown before I start some kind of a maple syrup war in Canada or something like that. Because it's all about maple syrup in Canada. So 80 through 61, and we're getting into my favorites now. Absolutely. Because at number 80 is this beauty. I understand that not all Caps fans are enamored with this jersey. I love the gold on it. I like the Capitol building. I like the design. I think it's a really solid jersey. And of course, the eagle on the sleeve. I bought this one at a store that was going out of business. And then I got a hole in it. So this one got sent to me by a subscriber. So, again, it's a jersey I technically have two of. Just one has a hole in it. So, watch where you store your jerseys. Make sure there aren't moths getting into it or whatever might have chewed a hole in that other jersey. Because it's not like I did anything to it to cause there to be a hole in it. Just I pick it up and whoa, there's a hole in it. Number 79. I got this one very recently. It's Edmonton Oilers. It's Patrick Maroon. And I have to admit that while I still am not a huge fan of the color, the design is kind of fantastic, and it really pops. And this camera will not do it justice. If you haven't seen an Oilers Adidas, go to your local store, panicked, short of breath, and beg to see an Adidas of any type. And either they'll call the cops or they'll go get you an Oilers Adidas, or they'll tell you they don't have one, and then just start crying if they don't have one. The oil drop is that same fabric pattern as the jersey. Like, Adidas are actually really, really nicely made. And I haven't had one snag yet. I'm knock on wood. But I haven't. No, other than the one that I fell down in the road hockey game and landed on concrete. Yeah, don't land on concrete or you might snag it. But in terms of just general wear, it seems like if you sneeze, a Reebok has a snag in it. And that one I got from Lids for dirt cheap because it was Patrick Maroon. By dirt cheap, I mean around $100. And the regular $250 with a name on the back. Number 78 is, I believe this is the final jersey of Buffalo's on the countdown. So I'll go ahead and pause and we can have a moment for Buffalo Sabre fans. But remember, I have at least a half dozen. I think I have 7 or 8 different Buffalo jerseys. So we're doing pretty well in the Buffalo category, I think. And this one, again, it's the classic look. This is the original. It's so clean, and it's so basic, and it's so beautiful. Because those are the colors of the Buffalo Sabres, are blue and gold. Number 77. You know, Hurricanes jerseys can look really, really nice. And this one, without the flags, I still think it's a fantastic jersey. Now, you'll notice the Adidas hasn't shown up yet in the countdown. Because the Adidas, once I saw it, and once my anger with them bringing back the flags subsided, I realized it was alright. Now, the flags are still inside the neck here. The logo is very basic. And it's funny because I've railed against the Carolina Hurricanes logo since it was brought out. That I thought it was boring, especially going from the Hartford Whalers, that absolutely beautiful and basic logo they had, to this. And yet, I will say this. The colors are beautiful. I love red, white, and black together. I've always been a huge proponent of red and black. That's why I have so many jerseys that have that color scheme, because it's red and black. Yeah, I'll buy it. Number 76. And this is another one. I never liked this jersey when I was a kid. When I was a kid and I'd see a Leafs game, I thought this jersey was really boring. And then the Leafs usually lost when they were wearing this jersey as well. So it doesn't have that same warm and fuzzy feeling that your team will get when they wear a jersey that they won a lot wearing. This was during the Rob Ramage era, or more precisely, the Builder Lego Rick Vive era. And that's what this conjures up memories of. But when Wendell Clark broke into the NHL, that's his jersey. I think it's nice. I think, again, the Harold Ballard, the ghost of Harold Ballard makes this a more disliked jersey by some. But, yeah, this is one of the higher-rated Toronto Maple Leafs jerseys that I have. And it's funny because I honestly didn't think I was ever going to want it. I got this one from Ben H. Sports. That Carolina Hurricanes one I just showed you, I got that through Hockey Jersey Outlet on eBay. This one's through Ben H. Sports. And I didn't think I liked this jersey until I saw it in a store. And I really looked at it, and I didn't look at it through the same eye that I might have as a kid. And I thought, you know what? It's kind of a classic look. It's different. And now it's different. And yeah, there's some boredom to it, but in general, it's not bad. Again, I never liked this on the sleeve. I don't know why, but when I was a little kid, I didn't like that on the sleeve. Tastes do change. Number 75, also proving taste change, is this beautiful blue Lady Liberty that I got through an eBay seller for, I think it was $30. Where I was like, hey, Lady Liberty. And I waited so long. There's a white Liberty jersey. It's not in this portion of the countdown. It's a little higher. And this jersey, honestly, I think what I like with this, now I agree. I always say that without a stripe at the bottom, it kind of looks like pajamas. But I like the other striping on the sleeves. I like how they stick with something very minimalist. This is not a bad logo, Rangers, if you want to use that on the front of your jersey. It's kind of a little bit of a stylized look to that coat of arms. But they won't do that. At 74 is this beauty that I got recently, very, very, very recently. I got the white Calgary Flames, which I had wanted a white Calgary Flames from the late 80s because I had one. It was the third jersey I ever bought after my Boston CCM and my Vancouver CCM, but I have no idea what happened to it. It just vanished. And it was in rough shape. I'm going to be honest, it was in rough shape. It was an old CCM with the tiny logo. And this one I found for cheap on Pro Hockey Life. So I ordered it. Yeah, it's got to get washed. But either way, it is still a fantastic jersey. And as I mentioned in yesterday's videos, I do find jerseys that need to get some washing and some attention while I'm doing these videos, and that'll happen. But I really like this jersey a lot. I love the red Flames logo. I just wish that on their home jerseys that they'd have a white Flames logo. You can leave everything the same. Just have the white Flames logo on the front. At 73, I recently got this one through Vanbase, which is the online Vancouver Canucks store. You knew. But think about this. Go back to the original countdowns I did, and the Flying V is no longer in the top 10. It's no longer in the top 20. No, 73. So I've acquired that many jerseys, which have made me say, you know what, I have to bump the V down. And you'll hear Canuck fans every now and then say, you know what, the Canucks should wear this for a game. Oh, no, they shouldn't. They really, really shouldn't. Although, if you're going to, last year would have been a good year, and this year coming up might be a good year too. The interesting thing with these, of course, is, and I checked to make sure this was accurate, that because of the style of this, the number had to go down here. The number has to go at the bottom of the sleeve, because you have nowhere else to put it. Because I saw jerseys on eBay that had names and numbers on them, and I'm like, wait, why is the number down at the bottom of the sleeve? Because that's where they had to put it. So sad. 72, and this one's really dropped from where it was 2 years ago. This was one of my 10 favorite jerseys. And honestly, I got this one at that store I mentioned before. There was a store in Chilliwack that was closing down, and I got a bunch of jerseys for dirt cheap. This is one of those jerseys. So I got this one for dirt cheap, and I love it. This was their second year. How can you tell? There's a Dallas word mark. Their first year in Dallas, They did not have a Dallas word mark over top. They just had the Texan or the Texas State logo on here. The colors, I love the dark forest green. I know that Dallas fans are big fans of Victory Green, and the Victory Green jerseys are higher up on this countdown too. But I really like that stripe. I love that dark green, and I thought it looked really, really nice, and I was kind of ticked off that they didn't keep this in some form. They went to the star jersey, which was fine, but I still think it would have been nice to keep that jersey in some way. Number 71. There was a Sharks fan who commented that they hadn't seen very many Sharks jerseys, and they were concerned or excited, one way or the other. Well, here you go. And I've talked about this before. So this is the Manitoba Moose design for the San Jose Sharks. It's the same colors and very similar design. And this might be why the current Sharks jersey lacks this, and it lacks this, which means that it lacks something that makes it not pajamas. They've got the stripe on the sleeve. The logo's still the same. They've still got the Sharks logos on the sleeves. But it doesn't... The new one I don't like as much. So this one is still my favorite. And I had my eye on this one in a store, in a Sport Check, for over a year, waiting for it to go on sale. The one Sport Check, I would go in every single time we went by it and make sure it was still in there. And then as soon as it went on sale, I scooped it. So there you go. Sport Check worked out for me. All right, number 70. And this one kind of surprises me because, honestly, I like this jersey quite a bit. And it's funny because I don't like the Ducks. I'm not telling any secrets and saying that I'm not a Ducks fan. But before Ducks fans get angry at me, that has somewhat muted over the last year. And now, rumor has it, their new third will be this color and this logo. Really, really excited if that does turn out to be the case. That's going to be a ton of fun. But for now, this jersey will definitely tide me over. This one I got through Lids. I got this one through Lids. And I got this one for cheap as well. So again, it's a during or after the playoffs, jerseys will go on sale for cheap. And I'm like, all right, I'll grab a Ducks. And I'll be darned if this is not a fantastic jersey. It's some jerseys you see in person and you like them better than when you see them on TV. And this is one of those jerseys. So I apologize for people watching this on TV because it doesn't bring out the magnificence of this jersey. Number 69. Speaking of Jersey, here's Jersey. The Devils are a team that have stayed true to themselves, and yet their current jerseys change up all the striping, and I'm not a fan of the changes to the striping, which is ironic because I'm wearing Kansas City, and part of the reason for the change is because of Kansas City and Colorado, and they wanted to incorporate some of those design elements into the current jersey. So I get it. I know why they did it. I just don't understand why you want to take on the Kansas City and Colorado elements since neither of those teams were successful. So it's a strange mix. But anyways, this New Jersey Devils jersey is fantastic. And I've always thought this was a great jersey, even if there have been times where I'm not a huge fan of the team in general. This is a really nice jersey. I'm really glad I got it. This one I got through... I'm pretty sure it was Full Moon Jerseys that I got this one through. 68. He recently acquired from Pro Hockey Life for, I think it was $60 I paid, or $50. Might even have been 40. This is the Philadelphia Flyers 50th anniversary jersey. And again, I mentioned this when I showed the Philadelphia Flyers Winter Classic a couple of episodes back. And I don't, you could take the gold from around this logo and you could make that your regular jersey if you're Philly. And I think that would be really nice. But again, if they decided to use that as a third jersey at some point with the 50th logo, 50th design, you could even put another different colored stripe. I don't know. You could do something with it. It's just, I think it's a nice, simple design. And I remember the first time I saw it in game, I was like, wow, that's really nice. That's really simple. I know that Flyers fans may enjoy that oddly shaped stripe down the sleeve that the home and road jerseys have. I just think that Your regular striping looks nice on it too. 67. Kings, bam, shabams, kablamos. This is from Full Moon Jerseys. I got this one because I got the black one. And the only thing that throws me off is that the font is different on this one than it is on the black LA Kings jersey. And I've looked through all kinds of pictures, and the font on this one I can find on hockey cards and old pictures from back then with Gretzky skating around wearing it. The font on the one I got from Sport Check, which is also a Team Classics CCM, and Sport Check is obviously not selling off fake jerseys. That font I haven't been able to find anywhere. It's just weird because I can't even find any record on of anywhere of them changing the font on the jersey. So it's strange, really really strange. But anyways, this is a very nice, very clean jersey, and what's not to like? Again, you're going to see a lot of Kings in the top 60, a lot. At 66. Arizona, and this will be the top charting Arizona jersey. Just adding that black right here, adding this A with the paw. Nice style, just style decisions there by an Arizona team that may be much maligned, but that is a beautiful jersey. It's got the simple black stripe at the bottom. I know New Jersey has that as well, but and I'm not trying to rail against New Jersey and then give a pass to Arizona. I love the color of the Arizona jersey. I think it's really sharp, and I think that the logo is huge. That's a giant logo, but it's nice, and yeah, it does look like it's yawning. The yawning coyote is what it's been called for a long time. Hey, I've heard pregnant whale thrown at the Vancouver Canucks Orca logo for years too, so I feel that pain. But it is a very nice jersey. This one I got from Ben H Sports. He had it on for dirt cheap because he was getting rid of his Reeboks, and I swooped in and grabbed it. And I think he still has that one. Not sure. 65. With a large thanks to Drew for this one. This is, and okay, let's get in on this. LNH. Why do Montreal jerseys say LNH? Because that's how NHL is spelled in French. Ligue Nationale de Hockey. So that's why it says LNH. It's not a sign that it's a fake. In fact, I don't think the Montreal Canadiens have had a jersey that says NHL. I would think if it says NHL, that could be a sign that it's a fake. This, of course, being the PK Subban. I do believe that Drew got this from Full Moon Jerseys, I would imagine. This is a nice jersey. And the funny thing is, the only difference between this and the other Montreal I have, the Gianta, is the ribbed collar, the string up front, and just those classic designs, I think, makes it a nicer jersey. I just couldn't justify buying it for myself, so I would like to thank Drew for helping my addiction. It's very nice. Your friends will always feed your addiction. That's what friends do. And if they don't, they're not really your friends. Interventions are for wusses. At 64. Hey, look, the Kings are back. This one I got from Pro Hockey Life when they did that huge clearance on Reeboks, and I'm like, yeah, I'll grab an LA in white, and it's beautiful. It is, and part of what the camera's not going to bring out is the overall shine and sparkle of the silver on LA Kings jerseys currently. The only style decision I would make if I was looking at LA Kings jerseys, make this crown the primary logo again. That's the only thing that I would do differently if I was in charge of LA jerseys, because honestly, the rest of it is pretty nice. I don't have any complaints about the Kings jerseys. Just that primary logo, if it was that crown again, you're set. 63. I got this one from Lids in the States because they sent me the Marian Hossa with a hole in it. So my consolation prize is not too bad. And it's funny because Nashville, I've talked about the yellow one being the ugliest jersey I've ever seen. And I'm not going to go back on that. I am not now going to say, oh, no, it's just... But I kind of need it now. Because it is that ugly. That I think 10, 20 years down the road, Nashville will look at their jersey and say, you know what, we're going to go to blue. I could see them going back to blue at some point with that logo on the front. And that yellow becomes a collector's item and pretty awesome. I love the piano keys around it. I love the guitar pick on this shoulder. The little elements on this are really fantastic. This, of course, is an Adidas. And I'm really glad that this is the one that I ordered. And that the only thing it cost me was the Holsa jersey. So, you know, Lids honestly treated me pretty well. And I do have another jersey from Lids waiting for me in the U.S. And I'll do a live unboxing for you guys. Or not live, just an unboxing for you guys. And we'll see just how nice another jersey from them is. But this one's been fine. And that probably is my favorite Nashville jersey overall. Although the one with the checkerboard, still probably up there tied with it. But the only checkerboard jersey of Nashville's that I have turned out to be a fake. Number 62. I got this from a subscriber. This one is available from Hockey Jersey Outlet on eBay. At least it was the last time I looked. Because I had this one on my watch list. Where I really, really wanted this. Why? Because look at it. It's all yellow. There's so much marigold. It's fantastic. The triangle is marigold. This is marigold. There's no... Where do they end? Like, this is... Anyways. I remember when I was a kid and I started watching hockey. And one of my favorite things about the hockey jersey was that the Kings, the Canucks, and the Penguins all wore gold jerseys at home. I thought that was a nice distinction. That was kind of a fun thing. So when you're at home, you're wearing this, and on the road, you're wearing black. Now, of course, in today's game, your home team wears the color jersey, and the road team wears the white jersey. I don't understand why, for teams with gold jerseys, they don't just make those the road jersey, and then use a different color for the home jersey. I find that kind of odd, because it's not like there's a whole lot of teams with gold jerseys. Nashville. But still... I like this jersey a lot. I wouldn't mind seeing Pittsburgh wear it again at some point soon. And this is another example of why I have so many Penguins jerseys. I have a ton of Penguins jerseys. Do I cheer for Pittsburgh? Never. No. Not on a bet. But yeah, that jersey and most Penguins jerseys are pretty fun. Number 61. The Black Chicago Blackhawks. Which, rumor has it, may be coming back this coming season as a third. And it is sharp, even though, and I will say this, even though the head and the jersey, there's no real separation here. So the logo does kind of get washed out on a black background. But these look really sharp. And the stripes look very sharp as well. It is honestly a beautiful jersey. And it is sad that it's at 61, but I have that many jerseys now that it's been forced down to 61. So there you go. There's my newest 20 jerseys collection video. And we will continue this again tomorrow when we go from 60 through 41. And there's going to be other tortured decisions that I've made that are already on my phone that I can't change. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, I'll talk to you again soon.